the Northern Bahamas? You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Bartlett Hill Primary School celebrating Literacy Week. The goal is to raise awareness in reading and writing so that every child can read and write well enough to fully and independently participate in society. Pride of Grand Bahama No. 7 Prince Hall affiliate was on hand and gave a donation to the school's library.
My mama originates out of Hepburn County, Maroc. So whenever there's a community service initiative or any civic activity that we intend to do, we tend to come back in the Maroc community. Most of the members originate from this area, so we try to focus on this area whenever we tend to give back to the community. We're active in the community. We may not always be televised or promoted, but we are very active, and it's one of the principal tenets of masonry relief. And so that's one of the reasons why we tend to do it.
Sixth grade student Georgia Mills says she's been enjoying the different themes that Literacy Week highlights. She says she now has a greater appreciation for Literacy Week and wants to encourage other students to read daily.
I do think I may understand the meaning of Literacy Week to get children to like reading better, and so that they'll become better readers maybe. And we will encourage them to read more, not just like Miss Farrington, a librarian, said once a month, once a year, every other day, but every single day we should read.
The month of October is recognized as World Mental Health Awareness Month by the World Federation for Mental Health. Here in Grand Bahama, a number of events and initiatives are planned to raise awareness throughout the community. Hospital Administrator Sharon Williams, along with her team, sharing key information about mental health issues. Williams says that the Grand Bahama Health Services will be seeking to raise awareness and spread information to the public through various initiatives.
We will be working with various organizations within the community to present matters and to provide support to our clients with mental health issues. We are looking forward to a vibrant educational month.
Consultant psychiatrist Dr. Daphne Adderley Sands notes that mental health is defined as the state of well-being in which every individual realizes his or her own potential to cope with normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make contributions to their community. Mental illness, she adds, is a medical condition and is defined by how a person thinks and how their behavior and interactions is affected.
Mental illness is a silent killer in modern society. Many people who have mental illness do not want to talk about it, but mental illness is nothing to be ashamed of. It is a medical condition, just like heart disease and diabetes, and mental health conditions are treatable. Two of the most common form of mental illness is depression and anxiety, and while these conditions can occur in different ways, their reactions, the treatment is still available.
Sands adds that 1 in 5 persons will suffer from mental illness in any given year. She says that persons with chronic illnesses are more likely to develop mental illnesses. Apart from the physical aspect, she adds that persons with mental illness will also experience social exclusion.
We need to be more aware of, and that's where stigma is in place. Over 70% of our sufferers keep their illness or problems to themselves for fear of being judged by society and their peers, which can be a significant inhibitors of them looking or seeking for help. Stigma is unhealthy to people with mental illness because it creates an environment of shame, fear, and silence, and that prevents them from seeking help. And the perception of mental illness won't change unless we, as a society, make that change.
She notes that mental illness affects a large portion of our community and that it is important to create awareness. If you suspect that you or someone you know may be suffering from mental illness, Sands is encouraging you to seek or offer help through the proper channels. And now it is time to ask the doctor.
Welcome. Yvette asked, over the last 4 weeks, 6 members of my family contracted what we believe to be pink eye. The symptoms were severe and lasted anywhere from 7 days to 3 weeks. Everyone who had it experienced pink eye at a much earlier age for about 3 days only, and the symptoms were much milder. Was our recent experience really pink eye, or was it something else? Yvette, thank you for your question. What is commonly called pink eye is what we call conjunctivitis. It is an inflammation or infection of the conjunctiva, which is the clear covering that lines your eyelid and covers the white part of your eyeball. When small blood vessels in the conjunctiva become inflamed, they're more visible. This is what causes the whites of your eyes to appear reddish or pink. Pink eye can be irritating, and treatment can help ease the discomfort. The answer is yes. You and your family's recent experience sounds like pink eye because it can be contagious. So early diagnosis is important because medications such as antibiotic eye drops can help limit the spread. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.